Hello, and welcome to the No Narc Sense channel, where our mental health is today's modern wealth. I would like to take the time out to thank each and every one that have taken the time out to subscribe to my channel. It means so much to me. Thank you once again. Today I have chosen to speak off the topics and speak about myself, about my journey of celibacy, and why I've chosen to be celibate. One of the reasons I've chosen to be celibate is because I have no mate. Even though I know you don't have to have a mate to mate, but once I've learned about the transference of energies and spirits, I just choose to keep my energy to myself. Also, I wanted to clear out old debris like old soul ties from anywhere, anyone or whatever, and getting to know myself and what I really want and how I really want it. And like I said, the transference of energies. Okay, study shows that sexual energy is your life force that connects you to your soul point in the cosmos. This holds the energetic imprint of the consciousness in the soul map. A lot can be manifested from sexual energy: creativity, motivation, confidence, happiness, and pleasure. Also, intimacy, orgasms, fun, and energy. Because when you're having sexual intercourse, each person deposits energy into one another. Even sickness and disease can be passed to the next person during this experience. This is also applied to attitudes as well. Sadness, anger, excitement, irritation, and joy. They are all vibrational energies that can be passed on during sex. With that being said, sexual energy is one of the most intense and satisfying exchanges we can participate in. So when you sleep with people that you really don't know, like one night stands and randoms, you really don't know what type of energy that they're carrying. You can sleep with certain individuals and really enjoy it and wake up the next morning with cloudy thoughts, feeling used or shamed, or even having body aches. You've most likely picked up on that other person's bad energy. Even high vibrational sex, even high vibrational energy can be exchanged during one night stands, like love, happiness, and joy. But those lower vibrational energies are the ones that tend to get trapped in the bodies, in certain areas of the body, causing imbalance or disease. This is what you would call energetic debris, which can be cleared out if one is aware of it. Sex can be something that can boost or even heal us spiritually if it's high vibrational. That's why sex is supposed to be sacred. Not only sexual transmitted diseases can be passed between the two, but also spiritual transmitted diseases like sexual demons. Because having sexual intercourse is, after all, is a spiritual experience that is more than often taken seriously than not. Have you noticed that if you or someone you start have you noticed that if you or someone you with starts acting differently after interacting or sexting with someone else outside of the relationship? That's because they have exchanged some energy with the third party. When this energy that flows through us during sex takes place, it can cause an adrenaline rush, which is mistaken for love sometimes when it's merely just sex. So most times it's really lust rather than love. I guess that's where they get the saying, effing brings feelings. I really didn't realize that sex was so sacred for those very reasons, and that's why it was intended for marriage. You may ask, what is the difference between abstinence and celibacy? Where abstinence is largely seen as a form of restraint. When you're abstinent, you are choosing to deny yourself something that you acknowledge gives you pleasure. But when it comes to celibacy, that decision isn't usually about denying yourself something that you want. But when a person chooses to become celibate, there is more often larger, more philosophical reasons. Abstinence is a response on the outside to what's going on, and celibacy is a response to what's going on from the inside. Celibacy can boost your non sexual intimacy. Sex is bound to intimacy. Example, the lack of desirable partners or just being badly burned badly is enough to turn some of us off from sharing our bodies and emotions with others. Also, unhealthy attachments to sex or other addictions can also fall in this category. While being celibate, if dating, you can, however, have outer course. Outer course consists of kissing, hugging, massaging, and dry humping. For others who consider types of penetration as outer course, this could include fingers, toy play, or anal. While these types of outer course won't lead to pregnancy, but some forms of these oral and anal can pose a risk to STIs. It's important to note that some people might confuse celibacy with asexuality. Celibacy is a voluntary choice, where asexuality is a spectrum of sexual orientations for these who experience little to no sexual attraction, which it falls up under the mental disorders. That's how I was saying, like it goes with the mental thing. Spirits like the Jezebel can latch on to someone that the spirits like the Jezebel latch on to someone, then it can latch on to you during sexual intercourse with them. The Jezebel spirit is often used to describe someone who is using cunning, deceptive, and seduction to tear apart entire marriages, churches, and in other entities. Unlike many of the other evil spirits, Jezebel's spirit is the one that operates in a more subtle and sinister way. A Jezebel spirit is a demonic spirit that inhabits a person and causes them to be driven by sexual appetites. Signs of a Jezebel spirit would be: first, a person tends to want to orchestrate or control everything. Secondly, the spirit often uses manipulation or deception to get what it wants, its meaning spirit. Thirdly, and most telling, the Jezebel spirit uses seduction to sway people away from the path of righteousness. The control works long after sexual activity because, once again, they put their mind, will, and emotions inside of you. That's probably why older couples tend to think alike. For these reasons and many more is why I have chosen to be celibate for now. Melendez said, "Be careful who you share your space with. Don't sleep with the devil and expect him to wake up in heaven." Although we should not anticipate in potential damnation or punishment for sex, sex should not be only discussed in regards to the dirty, taboo, and inappropriate effects, but I will stress the importance of protecting your energies. The chakras are said to be 7 energy centers in our body, where each chakra relates to a specific gland in the ecosystem. Sexual energy is a part of the life force. This energy arises from the first or root chakra and the second or sacral chakra. The root chakra is associated with the reproductive glands, while the sacral chakra relates to the adrenals. Each of the 7 chakras connects through a spiraling energy channel that climbs up the body kundalini, and this entire energy system is fueled by the base, the home of the sexual energy. But when something obstructs and weakens this sexual energy center, it leads to all kinds of problems like sex addictions, perversions, porn addictions, and aggressive behavior. It gets deeper. The chakra above the sacral is the solar plexus chakra, which deals with the willpower. So if a person lacks willpower, there's a good chance that their sexual energy is leaking out via excessive sex, masturbation, stimulation, desire, worry, or overthinking. So as you can see how your sexual energies can deal with your mental issues, your mental capacity and abilities. And it is also important to study about the seven chakras of your body and learn to how to get them aligned because it works in all areas of your life. And for these reasons, that's why I have chosen to be celibate, and I will continue to do so until I see better. Thank you for joining my channel. Please come back and join again, and be blessed. Thank you.